The only thing you have here is our next meeting.
Okay, we have our next meeting is scheduled for October 12th. Does that look like a good date for everyone? Okay, hearing no objections, we'll set October 12th for our next meeting at 1 o'clock. We will still have the option of Zoom meeting or in-person meeting unless there's a change in the state guidance between now and then. Either way you want to do it is fine. The next item on the agenda is a strategic work session. We've been trying to do this for a while, and it's very difficult to do a little bit at a time on some of the longer term things we need to talk about. So we've decided that we want to offer up two different options. And these both these options would be to have a work session prior to our December 15th meeting. Well, it depends on which option you choose. If you choose, we have an option to have a work session on Monday, December 14th from 8:30 to noon, and then break for lunch and have the board meeting at 1 on the 14th. That's the first option. The second option is to have a longer strategic work session on Monday the 14th from 9 to 3 and move the board meeting to December 15th at 1 p.m. What's it?
The pleasure of the board.
Yeah, what are some discussion, which way do you all want to go on this? I'm fine either way because I live in the metro area. It's not a problem for me to come to either. And also, obviously, we would offer this via Zoom if the time comes and we need to. I believe that work sessions like this are far more productive if we're all in the same room. So hopefully we can get past, or we can get to a point with the virus where either solution, either option we take, we'll all be able to be in the room together by December 14th. So.
What were the beginning times again?
If we have the work session on December 14th, it would begin at 8:30 in the morning and go till noon. On December 15th, it would begin at 9 in the morning and go to 3. It's a little bit longer work
But
session.
then there would be.
Oh, okay.
next step.
And then we would convene the board meeting on the 15th instead of the 14th.
Jennifer, that's on your agenda on the back on page 3. If you want to flip to your agenda, and you can.
Okay. Thanks, Lisa.
The other thing I want to point out while y'all are deliberating and thinking what makes most sense to you about this is I have invited Tom Hood, who is the commissioner of the Ethics Commission, or the executive director, that may be his official title, to talk about open meetings and things like that. I know some of you have been on boards, and lots of boards, and some on public boards and some on private boards, and some of the rules are different when it comes to public boards. So I want him to be able to give a refresher for us. We'll also have our findings by that time about, actually we should have that in October, on the ethics issue related to our governing boards. The other thing is Tommy Carden, who was a founding board member for the authorizer board and served 2 terms. He is an attorney for Butler Snow. I know Mr. Speed knows him and knows him well. I know Mr. Billingsley knows him. Well respected. He is going to come and kind of talk about with you guys how we got to where we are, where we kind of ended up in a place where we had to start over, and we're still finding some growing pains, and really how there was such a gap when there was nobody leading the work for about 9 months. There was such a gap in being able to make things happen for our schools and for our school leaders, and so, and for the authorizer for that matter. So our goal is to really put down some specific steps that we want to be able to take in the next year toward our goals, to set those goals, establish our goals, and understand really the context of what our responsibilities are as a board and agency.
I think this is going to be not just an important, but a really productive session, regardless which way we go with it. But what we have essentially is a 1-day option and a 2-day option. The people who do not live locally, Jennifer, do you mind giving us your, I'd like to ask Jennifer and Carolyn.
Carolyn's not here.
Carolyn had to leave, okay. So Carolyn.
Oh, so I get to decide. I'd go with the 1-day option.
Okay.
Having to drive, yeah,
Okay, that's
that
fine.
would just be better for me. But I'll go with either one.
And Jennifer, if you come up the night before, we can pay your travel and your hotel. So if you want to come up on that Sunday evening, December the 13th, we can do that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, does anyone else have a strong preference for the 2-day session?
I'm good with the one.
I think it sounds like we're all okay with the 1-day session, and then the people who are coming from out of town can decide whether they want to come in the day before or if they want to just get up early and drive on in. Or if we're still at the point where we're having to do a Zoom meeting, then that'll be immaterial, but irrelevant. So if that's okay, unless there's any objection, we will go ahead with option 1 and plan the strategic work session on Monday, December 14th at 8:30 till noon. We'll have some lunch brought in, and then we'll have our board meeting at 1. The next item is we have
Just a reminder.
this is just a reminder again of the student enrollment task force meeting on September 20th. That's coming right up next week. So all of the members who are who volunteered to serve on that committee, please put that on your calendar.
We need a motion to adjourn.
Okay, are there any other issues that need to be brought before the board? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you. And a second.
Second, Jean.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.